Are you pondering the idea of investing in Florida's real estate market? This captivating state, known as the Sunshine State, acts like a magnet for those who relish the warmth of the sun and the allure of pristine beaches that rank among the nation's finest. Florida undeniably stands out as an alluring haven for both vacationers and prospective homeowners. With its abundant sunshine, this state draws people seeking refuge from much chillier climes. It's not just a popular vacation spot, it's a top choice for those considering retirement. If you're currently in the midst of a decision-making process about where to put down roots, Florida may very well be the ideal place for you. Stick around as we delve deeper into the charm of living in Florida. Why buy a house in Florida? Whether you're a snowbird chasing the sun or a lifelong Floridian, real estate in the Sunshine State emerges as a promising investment opportunity. Perhaps you hail from the region, yearning to establish permanent roots by becoming a homeowner, or you're on the hunt for that perfect sunny haven. In either case, the current real estate landscape in Florida presents an opportune moment for you to acquire your piece of this captivating state. As Florida's popularity continues to soar, your property investment could witness a corresponding increase in value. But here's the beauty of it. Even if you don't intend to make Florida your full-time residence, owning real estate here is a savvy financial move. Rental properties in Florida often yield impressive returns on investment. And with the option to employ a property manager, you can entrust them with the property's upkeep, allowing you to relish the benefits without the hands-on hassle. Now, before we delve further into the wealth of opportunities that Florida's real estate market has to offer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing to our channel, you'll ensure you stay informed about more insightful videos like this. So click that button and let's continue exploring the world of real estate investments in Florida. What are the top places to buy a house in Florida? Florida boasts a plethora of highly sought-after coastal communities. Stretching from the picturesque Gulf of Mexico on the west to the majestic Atlantic Ocean on the east, you're perpetually within easy reach of pristine shorelines. Now let's dive into the top 5 Florida locales for real estate investment. 1. Tampa. Tampa stands out as one of Florida's premier cities, nestled gracefully along the Gulf Coast. Over the last 3 decades, it has consistently maintained a steady growth rate, ranging between 1% to 2%. With its proximity to the mesmerizing ocean, a wealth of career opportunities in sectors like healthcare and finance, and the added allure of nearby tourist attractions, Tampa emerges as an exceedingly attractive place to call home. 2. Miami. Miami epitomizes the essence of a true Floridian metropolis. As the vibrant cultural and economic epicenter of the state, Miami beckons with open arms. This dynamic city, along with its neighboring gem, Miami Beach, hosts a slew of renowned annual art extravaganzas, including the prestigious Miami International Film Festival and the glamorous Miami Fashion Week. What further enriches Miami's distinctive charm is its demographic tapestry, with a remarkable 70% of its population hailing from Hispanic or Latinx backgrounds, and a significant 34% tracing their roots back to Cuba. This cultural mosaic is vividly reflected in the city's thriving culinary and musical landscape. The allure of Miami extends far beyond its cultural mosaic, as evidenced by the United Nations projection of the Miami metropolitan area population nearing the 7 million mark by 2030. Miami's magnetic appeal is only set to intensify in the years to come. 3. Cape Coral. Cape Coral, nestled gracefully on the Gulf Coast, stakes its claim as the largest Florida city between the bustling hubs of Tampa and Miami. Although it may not rival the sheer size of Miami or Tampa, Cape Coral's metropolitan area has experienced a noteworthy annual growth rate, hovering at approximately 5% for the past 2 decades. The true allure of Cape Coral as a sound investment lies in its surging younger population. According to the city's 2020 Economic Development Guide, Cape Coral secured the prestigious 3rd place among the leading U.S. cities where millennials are eagerly investing in homeownership. Coupled with this demographic shift, Cape Coral's astute economic developments have positioned it as a magnet for both emerging small businesses and visionary developers. When you invest in a house in Cape Coral, you're not just acquiring property, you're entering a city teeming with burgeoning potential. 4. Jacksonville. Jacksonville, a thriving urban hub, reigns as the most populous city and claims the 4th spot among the most densely inhabited metropolitan areas in the heart of Florida. Distinguished by its vast expanse, Jacksonville wears the crown of being the largest city in the contiguous United States, with an expansive 747 square miles of prime real estate. What truly sets Jacksonville apart is its strategic location, nestled gracefully along the banks of the St. Johns River and lapped by the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. This prime positioning has catapulted it into a burgeoning port city and a pivotal center for trade and financial activities. The likes of Fortune 500 giants, including Fidelity National Financial and CSX Corporation, channel wealth into this vibrant metropolis. Jacksonville's multifaceted economy further finds its strength in tourism and military contributions. It's worth noting that the United Nations foresees a consistent upward trajectory in the Jacksonville metropolitan area, making this an opportune moment to consider real estate investment in this dynamic city. St. Petersburg. Nestled upon the historic Pinellas Peninsula, St. Petersburg stands as a unique gem of Florida, gracefully situated between the serene waters of Tampa Bay and the Gulf of Mexico. This city's economic heart beats with the presence of the renowned independent investment bank, Raymond James, which proudly calls St. Petersburg its home. In recent years, St. Petersburg has experienced a noticeable surge in its population, in step with the neighboring city of Tampa. St. Petersburg's allure extends beyond mere numbers, as its vibrant art scene and an architectural tapestry featuring Renaissance and Mediterranean-style residences make it a highly coveted destination for homeowners. Tips for buying a house in Florida. If you're prepared to take the plunge into the Florida real estate market, arm yourself with these 10 invaluable tips to ensure your journey is a successful one. 1. Mastering the real estate landscape. In the realm of real estate, timing stands as the linchpin, and this axiom holds particularly true in the vibrant state of Florida. Diligent research tailored to your area of interest is paramount. Determine whether you're treading in a buyer's or seller's paradise. In cases where certain locales exceed your budgetary constraints, consider exploring burgeoning neighborhoods on the horizon. The expanse of Florida unfolds as a veritable treasure trove for real estate enthusiasts, featuring a multitude of properties for sale. Nevertheless, this realm is not devoid of avid buyers. The ebb and flow of market competitiveness are contingent upon your specific choice of city and neighborhood. 2. Discover the array of financing options. Once you set your sights on a specific Florida county, you'll unveil a potential array of financing avenues tailor-made for your situation. First-time homebuyer initiatives such as down payment assistance programs, subsidized mortgage loans, and advantageous mortgage rates might be readily accessible to you. 3. Decipher Florida's property tax landscape. Florida, as a homestead state, extends a unique financial advantage through the Florida Homestead Exemption. This provision empowers homeowners to claim a substantial exemption of up to $50,000 on their property taxes, though the privilege exclusively applies to primary residences. The state's average effective property tax rate stands at a modest 0.98%, although it's important to note that property tax rates exhibit variation across different counties. 4. Weatherproof your insurance strategy. If you're making the move to Florida, it's incumbent upon you to factor in the capricious weather events, particularly the looming specter of hurricanes, when crafting your homeowner's insurance policy. Standard homeowners insurance policies typically exclude coverage for flooding, necessitating the separate acquisition of flood insurance. Failure to do so could expose you to grievous losses in the wake of a hurricane or other natural disasters. But familiarize yourself with oceanfront property laws. When venturing into the realm of oceanfront property ownership, it's crucial to acquaint yourself with the regulations governing your prized land. Certain constraints might prohibit the removal of specific vegetation, and during turtle nesting season, the use of artificial lighting may be restricted. On the beach, any territory below the mean high tide line falls under the jurisdiction of the state. Should you wish to restrict public access to this portion of your property, explore the available options to assert your rights. 6. Inquire about deed restrictions. Deed-restricted communities abound in Florida, often presided over by a homeowners association, HOA, responsible for shaping and enforcing community guidelines. The HOA's mandate revolves around maintaining the neighborhood's overall condition, thereby safeguarding property values. It's essential to familiarize yourself with any restrictions and obligations that may be incumbent upon you before finalizing your purchase. 7. Ready yourself for elevated closing costs. Florida lays claim to some of the nation's loftiest closing costs. Both buyers and sellers are subject to a myriad of fees at the closing table. To circumvent the weight of these costs, buyers may contemplate cash payments, negotiate for the seller to cover some or all of the expenses, or explore options for rolling the closing costs into the mortgage. 8. Discern title insurance responsibility. The party entrusted with covering title insurance expenses hinges upon the county where the property transaction unfolds. In a significant proportion of Florida's counties, sellers bear this responsibility. However, in locales like Miami-Dade and Broward, the onus shifts to the buyer to cover title insurance. 9. Know your seller. Florida's real estate landscape often involves sellers who aren't state residents, potentially adding a layer of complexity to the process of transferring property titles. To navigate this unique scenario seamlessly, invest the time to learn more about the seller and maintain transparent communication throughout the entire home buying journey. 10. Assemble a substantial down payment. Florida's alluring mix of pristine beaches, captivating wildlife, and a history of foreclosures can have implications for private mortgage insurance availability and costs in various regions. In practice, this implies that securing a single-family home may necessitate a substantial down payment ranging from 20% to 25% to secure approval. As we draw the curtains on this comprehensive guide, we hope these invaluable insights have equipped you with the knowledge you need to make a wise real estate investment in the beautiful state of Florida. Remember, the Sunshine State is a world of opportunity, and with the right information at your fingertips, you can navigate it with confidence. But wait, the journey doesn't end here. If you're considering USA short-term rentals, be sure to click on the video displayed on your screen. It's a treasure trove of information that can guide you on your quest for the perfect short-term rental experience in the United States. Happy exploring!